Hello mga katribu and welcome to another episode of PairFect. I'm Francine Marquez.
And I am Venice Bautista.
And yes, Venice, hello. Matanong ko naman ikaw.
Yes.
Meron ka bang member of the family or do you know someone who works abroad?
Yes, I actually had a few relatives who worked abroad and are still there.
Talaga? Oo. So I suppose parang on my part also, I have some relatives who are also working in different parts of the world. US, Canada, hi sa mga kamag-anak namin. Or kaya nga sabi nila, di ba, Filipino world domination.
Yes.
Kasi in whatever country, there's always most likely a Filipino working there. No? Mga overseas Filipino
Everywhere.
workers natin. So,
yeah, so today this is a really important guest because we will be joined by someone from the remittance service, and now he's gonna discuss how they're changing the lives of our OFWs and their families.
yes, and that's why I'm excited today because our OFWs are more than just, our guest today, the company that he represents is more than just a money transferring company. There's more than meets the eye when it comes to their services.
Yeah, so why don't we learn those things directly from the country director of WorldRemit, Mr. Earl Melivo. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, how are
yes.
you?
Such a relevant topic. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Just another day at the office, I guess, or working from home.
Okay.
Most of us still does.
yes. Earl, can you tell us a little bit more about WorldRemit, how it started, how long has it been here in the Philippines?
Sure. So WorldRemit is first and foremost is a digital money transfer company. We operate globally from 50 plus sending countries to 140 plus receive countries. We were established in 2010, so more than a decade, but mainly facilitating transfers digitally. We don't have physical locations of the sending countries, but rather we allow transfers using our proprietary mobile app and our website. So it's a 24/7 service for us, for our Filipino customers.
And what's the expanse of your services? What countries are reached by WorldRemit? I mean, from the Philippines to where?
Actually, we're mainly sending to the Philippines. As you know, Philippines is mainly a receive market
Yes.
overall. No? We're even ranked fourth amongst the top receiving countries
Oh,
globally.
wow.
And that's how important remittances into the Philippines are. So we operate in 54 sending countries today. That includes the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, where our head office is, in Europe, rest of Europe. We also have transfers within Asia Pacific. So we're pretty much global, where most Filipinos are actually reached by our services.
Are you available in the Middle East also? Do you have a presence there?
We have limited services at the moment in the Middle East. We used to allow transfers from the Middle East, but because of some restrictions on the types of licenses that we can have there, we are still looking at the moment on how to reactivate those services from the Middle East. But hopefully soon, we'll be able to cover that area as well.
Oo, kasi marami rin tayong mga Filipinos doon, mga kababayan, di ba?
Yes,
Tama,
marami.
tama.
So you mentioned an app. So we're gonna send the money through the app. But on the receiving end, will they also need an app for the money to be received by them?
Not necessarily. So we allow transfers to the Philippines through different modes of payout services. So first and foremost, we allow transfers to more than 100 bank accounts, 100 accounts to more than 100 banks in the Philippines. We also transfer instantly to the top mobile wallets in the country.
I see.
We have cash payout even at far-flung areas. We have a total of about 25,000, more than 25,000 cash payout locations to our partners in the Philippines. And we even have airtime top-up. So if someone would like to send airtime or prepaid load to someone in the Philippines, they can do so via WorldRemit as well. But on the receive side, no need for an app. And yeah, they can go straight claim their remittances via cash or via the mobile app or mobile wallets and also bank accounts.
Oo. So I think that's what makes it more efficient, no? Kasi yung mga, di ba yung mga ibang remittance services, you have to go to a particular place, you have to
Yes.
present your
Yeah.
ID, yung mga ganun sa mga physical brick and mortar structures, no? Pero here, wala. You just receive it immediately, right?
Yeah, as I said, one of the options or two of the options is really very convenient, particularly bank transfers. So if I have a bank account, I can receive it. I can receive a remittance from via WorldRemit almost in just a few minutes or instantly, actually. If I have a mobile wallet, we have five mobile wallet services at the moment. You can easily receive those remittances through your mobile wallet. So it's that convenient. And although we still have cash payout locations, we have very good partners that continue that service, especially in the rural side. You can receive remittances 24/7 essentially, because yeah, we transfer to any bank account and also to any mobile wallets in the Philippines.
So it's really accessible for everyone.
Yes.
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 How long does it take for the money to arrive through WorldRemit? Meron bang mga turnaround time yan?
More than 90% of our transfers are made available in just a few minutes, or instantly in most cases. So if someone, say, based in Australia would like to send to his beneficiary in the Philippines, as soon as they click send, the remittance is actually almost instantly received by the recipient, especially if it's sent to a bank account or mobile wallet. For cash, obviously, it depends on the operating hours of our payout partners. So if you go to a pawn shop, for example, as long as it's open and the remittance is available for pickup, you can really get the remittance. You just need percent, obviously, of valid ID and also your details plus the reference number.
So aside from banks, Earl, pwede ka rin magpa-receive through e-wallets, no? Not just
Yes,
banks.
absolutely. We
Okay.
cater to the top five wallet services in the Philippines.
Okay, that's good to know.
Quick and efficient.
Oo.
Yes, but
Yes.
let's talk about security. How safe is WorldRemit?
Oh, safety is at the very core of our company's um, existence. We built our proprietary platforms, our own website, and an app, and made it secure enough to facilitate transfers and also to be transparent in those transfers. When you're a sender, say in the U.S., for example, you can even track where your money is or the status of your remittance in real time. So if you wanna send money now, say you're sending to a leading bank account, you'll see in there the status that it's already credited in just in minutes. And if there are any hold up, say for example, because of compliance checks by our partners, you can easily contact WorldRemit. So it's 100% safe way to send money to the Philippines. And we've been in the business for more than 10 years.
Oo.
And that is a testament. And we're serving more than, millions of customers globally, not just in the Philippines. So by the mere fact that we have that amount of customers gathered in just a decade of providing service, that's a testament of how safe we are and how convenient we are as a service for our customers.
Oo, you said we can contact WorldRemit if we have certain concerns. How does this go? Do you have a hotline or we just go online to air our concerns?
You can do it via our website. You can also reach by our hotline numbers
Ah,
wherever you are abroad, for example, or where you're sending from. So we do have contact details available, and live agents actually to take on whatever queries you have, especially regarding the
oo.
transactions.
Yeah, especially since, 'di ba, when you talk about money, medyo emotional issue 'yan sa mga tao, 'di
Yes.
ba?
Yes.
So, you'd rather talk to a live person than a chatbot, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. In fact, just a fun fact about WorldRemit in the Philippines. We house our Philippine office based in Cebu. We house the most number of employees, and most of them are customer contact
Mm.
executives. So that's how much important we value or how much we put value into customer service.
Yes, oo. Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, 'di ba? Parang we're basically still in quarantine and you don't know who to
Yes,
talk to. So talagang very important ang customer journey,
Yes.
especially in
indeed,
the
indeed.
digital e-commerce, no, digital world.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. We're just getting started, mga katribu, but before we continue talking to Earl some more about the services that we can avail of, we'll take a short break. Perfect will be back.
Salang tayong lahat, isang Pilipino na magiting at masipag. Yan po ang Pilipinas sa unit team na pagkakaisa.
Fun and inspiring na kwentuhan? Sagot na yan ng programang Spotlight ng Daily Tribune. Makipagkwentuhan at kilalanin ng iba't ibang personalidad na kilala sa kani-kanilang larangan. Manood at makinig sa mga inspiring stories na kanilang ibabahagi kasama si Nina Ventura at Jojo Silvestre. Be ready ng mamangha at matuwa every Thursday.
Welcome back to PairFect. Still with us is WorldRemit's country director Earl Melivo. So, sir, do you offer other financial services besides remittance or the transferring of money?
We mainly currently focus on money transfer services because that's the core of our business. So we tend to focus on that, and we've been very focused on that for the past 10 years. However, that doesn't stop us from offering relevant services as well, or at least partnerships with various companies, not just in the Philippines, but globally. So hopefully we'd be able to provide more services outside of remittances very soon.
In terms of branding naman, what sets WorldRemit apart from its competitors?
Well, first and foremost, we're purely digital. So we don't have the inefficiencies of offline remittance services. We operate 24 by 7 in the countries where we're registered at, and we allow transfers from. We facilitate transfers to more than 140 plus receive countries, including the Philippines. And as I said, it's a 24/7 service. We don't really sleep at all when it comes to offering the services to our valued customers, both here and abroad.
Walang opening and closing time.
Yes. It doesn't it doesn't rely on transfers don't rely on the banking hours.
Yes,
Yes.
and if I may add, no, digital companies, digital remittance companies like us, are able to really bring down the overall cost of sending money to the Philippines or to receiving countries globally. Uh, Probably 5, 6 years ago, I've been in the business for more than a decade, and I saw how much. I used to be a recipient of remittances from abroad when my mother used to work abroad as well. So I know how much money it takes away from recipients because of sending money in a costly way. But because of the emergence of remittance, digital money transfer companies like WorldRemit, we're able to bring down the overall cost to the Philippines. Now you can send remittances for free, even for free at many instances because of the promotions and also probably less than $5 or our starting price point normally is around $1.99, for example, versus what 5, 6 years ago, or even a traditional player charging you 10 more than $10 per transaction. So uh, the savings that we're providing to our customers is really one of the unique propositions that we provide globally and not just in the Philippines.
Ang laking tulong nun.
Oo.
Yeah.
Yes,
Meron lang akong
absolutely.
random question. Let's go take the track of the digital banking. What about cryptocurrency? Is that something that that could be considered in the future for WorldRemit?
Cryptocurrencies are basically digital assets.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so these are digital assets where you can transfer value from one person to another. They don't use the traditional banking rails. It's basically decentralized way of finance and other applications. In relation to remittances, I think it is already here. There are companies who are somehow dipping into that space already. Um, but money transfers like WorldRemit, although we are digital in nature, we're very much careful and cautious about how we deal with cryptocurrencies because we are highly regulated
I see.
company. So, and most central banks are not yet prepared or ready for it. And so we're taking our time in um, uh, uh, offering such services. But I don't. I think it's just a matter of time,
Yeah.
to be honest, and how comfortable we would be
Yes.
in the future,
Yeah.
including our
Oo
regulators.
nga eh. So I guess the twain shall eventually meet, di ba?
Yes,
Di
yes.
ba?
Yes.
Oo.
And of course, when money is involved, the customers have a lot of questions and they need frequent assistance. So how do you think, or did you see, witness for yourself, the evolving of the customer service during the pandemic? How has it been like?
And the good thing about WorldRemit being digital since the beginning of the company, we've been doing this for more than 10 years. So there isn't much change on how we interact with our customers. Uh, uh, and that includes obviously them contacting us. So we've been able to let them contact us via email or live chat or through our other means. No? But I mean through our hotline. That didn't change even during this pandemic. What actually changed is the way they actually prefer that their remittances be received.
Ah,
During the
okay.
pandemic, especially at the onset, early 2020, we've been seeing more and more customers sending to digital means of receiving remittances from abroad. As I've shared earlier, these are transfers to bank accounts and mobile wallets. But cash is still king in the Philippines, if I would generalize it. But it's already changing. People have now realized how convenient it is, particularly overseas Filipino recipients here in the Philippines, how convenient it is for them to receive funds even while they sleep, right? They don't even need to go to a physical shop to receive their remittances, unlike what 6, 7 years ago, where it is predominantly paid out in cash. So that the behavior really changed more on the receiving side. But I must also highlight, though, that because of the pandemic and the restrictions in many of the host countries, we also saw that senders who used to send offline, these are people who physically visited a remittance agent abroad. They are now sending online. So we were ready, I guess. One of the very few positive effects of this pandemic is it accelerated digital adoption to digital services like WorldRemit.
Okay. So what about what about the far-flung areas where they say that maybe connectivity isn't that great? How are you how is WorldRemit addressing that? I mean, are there do you tie up with physical centers as well so that these people can receive remittances from their loved ones abroad? How do you try to merge that together?
Well, that's a good question, and as I've shared earlier, we still have or maintain more than 25,000 cash payout locations through our partners in the Philippines.
Yes.
We still continue to see the importance of cash payouts because of this particular reason. Not everyone has mobile wallet, not yet at least.
Yes.
Not everyone has good connectivity over the internet. Not all banks cover the 7,000 plus islands that we have in the Philippines. So in those far-flung areas, cash is still very much relevant, and so we maintain our current pool of cash payout partners in the Philippines, and more than 25,000 of them.
Parang it's also like an advocacy, Kasi parang the point is dogged determination to bring the money to the recipients no matter what through WorldRemit.
Correct. And just to highlight, this is possible through the partnerships that we have established in the Philippines. We continue to grow as a company, not just by volume, but also in the number of partners that we have and also the quality of the partners that we have. This wouldn't really be possible if we don't have these types or our current partners to help us facilitate those transfers.
Yes, it's good to know that there is a company that our kababayans can truly depend on in the rapid growth of the digital world. So we'll know more about WorldRemit and also about you, Sir Earl, when PairFect returns. Stay with us.
Boses natin sa Kongreso, PG Party List. Kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, basic good. Atin to, pagkaisa ng marig ang mga hinaing. Young and active leaders sa Kongreso, ang boses natin. Tandaan at iboto, balota 108. Civilian realize the projects we dreamed of. PG Party List, vote 108 na. PG Party List, kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, boses natin sa Kongreso. PG Party List, kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, basic good. Atin to, PG Party List, atin to.
Ang asawa ko po ay kameraman na kasama sa lapas lang sa Maguindanao Massacre. Si Attorney Harry Roque, hindi po niya kami nakakalimutan.
Sa mga walang boses sa lipunan, si Harry Roque ang spokesman ng bayan. Attorney Harry Roque sa Senado, number 54 sa balota.
Si Harry Roque pinaglaban ng karapatang Pilipinong mangisda sa sariling karagatan. Malaking tulong po na ibigay niya po sa akin.
Sa mga walang boses sa lipunan, si Harry Roque ang spokesman ng bayan. Attorney Harry Roque sa Senado, number 54 sa balota.
Hello, and we're back. You're still watching PairFect. Before the break, Earl was telling us about the role of digitization, world, played in WorldRemit's performance. And of course, we know that it's really the remittances from our OFW that really made our economy move around,
Yes.
especially during the pandemic. No? It kept the economy really robust and dynamic. So, Earl, now we'd like to know, what about the generation who aren't exactly tech savvy? How easy is the app? So you just download it, and what are the easy characteristics of the WorldRemit app? Why is it so accessible to everyone?
Well, first and foremost, it's available via Google Play Store and Apple Store. No? So I mean, you can download it as a mobile app, or you can access the website. As long as we allow transfers from the send country where you're at, you can actually easily register. It's just a few steps of registering online, and just a few clicks of a button or a few tap here and there using our app. Even a third grader can actually do it. But obviously, we only allow transfers for adults. No? So, but nonetheless, it's very much convenient. You can download it using your mobile app and using your mobile phone rather, and you can conveniently send and register and send anytime. So it's fairly easy to use.
Frequently asked question, what papers do you need? Do you need an ID, some sort of a proof of your existence, that you're a bona fide person? What does one need?
Well, first and foremost, you need to have a valid ID for you to register with us. We do our electronic KYC process, know your customer process, essentially, based on regulations of the send countries we operate in. So we do the electronic checking of you. You just need to provide your details and also a valid ID. It's that easy.
Okay.
And Sir Earl,
Glad to know.
you said you've been in this business for a really long time. So what do you think is one financial advice that you want people to know, especially for the young people who are reluctant on investing or getting some kind of insurance? Yeah.
Or maybe those who are, what does one need to know when you're getting into remittances, right?
Yes.
Should you give all?
That's a great question. And as we all know, there have been a lot of overseas Filipinos when they return home. They basically are still in need of going back, which means they haven't saved a lot. So probably as a first step, I'd say if you're an overseas Filipino, you keep some to yourself. Save some for the future, and not just send everything that you earn. That's one. I think that you have to prepare for a future wherein you'd like to when you go back home, you retire or spend some money, invest on something else that you'd like, or put up a business that can be a longer term goal for you and your loved ones. That's my first tip. So save some for you and for the future. Secondly, being in the remittance space, obviously, try services like WorldRemit, because we do provide less cost in sending money to the Philippines overall. You get a lot of savings by sending through digital money transfer companies or services like WorldRemit offers. So, for example, if you save $3-4 a month or twice a month, that's $8-10 a month. That's roughly more than $100 in a year. So that's equivalent to 5,000 pesos in a year savings. So that's my second tip. Use digital money transfers like WorldRemit that offers great value, not just for you, but also for your recipients. Thirdly, probably for the recipients, the other side of the coin obviously is when someone sends you money, don't spend it all. Save some as well for you. And for those obviously who are sacrificing themselves whilst they are away to sustain you. Although in reality, this doesn't really apply to most of us, to all of us rather, because there are still some who still lack level of income because of rising expenses. But nonetheless, if you can save some, you can probably reap the benefits of it in the future.
Mm-mm. Wow, those are great advice,
Yeah.
na mga golden nuggets of wisdom from Earl. Financial wisdom. Yeah. Now, Earl, we've been talking about WorldRemit for the past 30 minutes or so, but now we want to learn more about you. So, today we prepared just a light play called Would You Rather, where we give you two scenarios, but you only need to pick one. Are you game?
Oh,
Okay, so first question, I'll be the one to ask it. Would you rather give or receive?
give.
Okay.
Would you rather travel the world by a plane or a cruise ship?
Lane. It's efficient.
Yes. Would you rather be paying with cash or e-wallet?
Nowadays, e-wallets.
Ah, okay. Of course, of course.
Eto, very humanitarian ng atake.
Sige.
Achieve world peace or eradicate world hunger?
That's a tough one.
Hmm.
Achieve world peace
Ah,
because you can do a lot more afterwards.
Yes, that's true.
and I think in a sense, that's what WorldRemit is doing.
Yes.
Padala mo na. Something like that.
Actually, it's actually both for us because we enable transfers and we try to eradicate
Yes,
hunger
yes.
as well.
Yes,
We
exactly.
uplift the economy,
Yeah.
not just our country, but of course specifically the families who benefit from it. Ano?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, segue question. Are there CSR activities within WorldRemit in the Philippines?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that question because
Kasi world
I'd
peace
like to
tayo.
share- yeah, we do have regular promotions in the Philippines, to the Philippines, particularly for recipients. So we have the Back to School campaign every Christmas as well. But we recently concluded one of the meaningful ways on how we further contribute to our Filipino customers. We partnered with Banco de Oro, wherein we gave away livelihood packages. So when you send to, the promo already ended, but when you send to video accounts, we picked winners, two of them, and we gave away a Grain Smart bigasan package.
Oh, that's good.
It's a livelihood package to basically help the recipients be be more independent, financially independent. So yeah, we gave away these livelihood packages. This is actually the second iteration of this program. Last year we did it globally to the Philippines. So we gave away multiple livelihood packages as well, and we will likely continue to be doing this. 2 years ago, we actually gave away free tablets for Philippine recipients because we
Wow.
saw during the pandemic that it's more online rather than face to face, right? So we also did that about a couple of years ago. So we continue to promote the service not just through our usual ways, but also we try to endeavor into meaningful ways on how we can actually further help our recipients.
Ang
And
ganda
obviously,
naman,
there,
yeah. It's beautiful.
there's a
Oh.
lot.
Talk about being a socially responsible company. No?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, to highlight the mere fact that we are offering one of the lowest or cost-efficient ways to send money, we're already helping our customers. As we create more value for them, the less we charge them, obviously, the higher the amount that they should be able to send to their loved ones back home.
Agree.
Okay.
Back to the game,
Go
Venice.
back to the game. Okay. Retire in your home country or abroad?
Retire in my home country.
Okay. Would you rather save money or invest money?
Invest.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course.
Create value for the future.
Keep it growing.
Yes. Okay. Spend your rest days indoors or outdoors?
That's a tough one because I love beaches, but probably indoors because my family.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you rather spend your money by shopping or traveling? I guess we
Traveling.
know the answer. Yes, traveling. You just said beaches, no? Oh, that was a good one.
Yes.
Thank you, Earl, for joining us today and letting us know more about WorldRemit. We really learned a lot, no?
Especially
Yes,
finance.
plus the
really.
financial advice that you gave earlier.
Yeah.
But before we let you go, can you give us some parting shots for our dear Katribo viewers?
Hi, mga Katribu viewers. No? Thank you very much for this opportunity again. And yeah, we would like to um, help you facilitate sending and receiving money. You can try out our services. We have a current promotion that we call 3 free. So when someone abroad would like to send money to the Philippines, we will be waiving the first 3 transfers, the fees for your first 3 transfers.
What?
You just need to input the promo code 3 free. That's number 3, FREE, when signing up via WorldRemit and sending your first transfer. So yeah, we will continue 24/7 providing you with our services because we know how much you value and you value supporting your families back home, and also how much important it is to receive these remittances in time. So yeah, thank you again for this opportunity.
Oo, at saka ang galing naman ng incentive na yan, Earl, ah.
Oo nga. Nakakatulong talaga ng malaki for our kababayans.
yes.
So thank you once again, Earl, for being with us today. Good luck, stay safe, and I hope you bless more Filipinos.
Yes.
Ingat palagi. Maraming salamat.
Salamat. And of course, thank you mga katribo for tuning in. Watch PairFect Live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and on Tribune Now on YouTube. I'm Francine.
And I'm Venice,
And
this
this has
has been
been PairFect.
PairFect.